Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Grand World Park. And in today's episode, we're going to be working on the second area of the park, which is the Mediterranean Harbor. As you can see here, we finished our Alpine area in the last episode. I still need names for the two flat rides in this area. But behind us is the Mediterranean Harbor, which goes right over the river. See our two big rides in this area so far are the S&S Scream and Swing and the Intamin Impulse Coaster. First on our left, we have this food stand. It sells juice and burgers. Some seating around the edge. I do need to add some more detail to the building, especially the front. It does look a little bit flat in the front. As you can see behind there, Frostbite's Cobra Roll. Great view of that. And then behind these trees, it would just be like a staff area. Nothing much to it back there. You can see here that big open plot of land across from where we were standing just now is going to be another themed area. I don't know which one, but it's going to be one back there. We got the Pat here, which is the big boat. I got this off the workshop, but I just renamed the boat. And then we can see back here, we walk into the first half of our Mediterranean area, which includes the Intimate Impulse and the S&S Scream and Swing, which I do need a name for this S&S Scream and Swing, as well as the other two flat rides in the Alpine area. And then we get a good view of the impulse coaster as we walk underneath this archway here, which includes a lot of clutter, like the bins and barrels. In front of us is a statue. It's from Frontier. I just plopped it into the park. A little seating area off to the left, and then down that way it'll be another themed area. Impulse coaster, we call it the Trident. I'll elaborate more on that later. To the right over here is going to be another big coaster. I don't know if it's going to be a big coaster or just a smaller coaster, but we'll see. This is also another Frontier piece. I just replaced the statue on the top. We got a balloon stand straight ahead just to add some, differences to the pathing in the area. And then all the way in the back, we have our Teacups ride. I built this. They're all basically separate buildings, every single piece of this. And then I just put the big statue in the middle, which rotates. And yeah, I do need a name for the teacups. And once we name the teacups, I could probably add some theming to the cups themselves, since the cups do look a little bit generic in the Mediterranean area. Before I show you the queue line of this ride, we have the Trident gifts. And before we elaborate on that a little bit more, before just a quick note, there is a bug still in the game where you can't edit the amount of laps that the impulse coaster does, so it only does 3, unfortunately. So once we get the update, hopefully that it goes to 5, we can move it to 5. Anyway, here's a little overlook of the area so far. This is only half of the area, so we're gonna have more over here. Probably a big coaster, maybe a premier launch coaster. Down this way is going to be another area. It might hook up to the area that'll be from the start, but we'll see how they pan out. And then across from the boat, that's going to be a themed area back there. And yeah, so we have big plans for this park. I plan on adding the sci-fi theme that we're getting at some point into this park. And then it sounds like we're going to get the fairy tale theme coming back. So I'll add that as well at some point, probably later on in the build. So as you can see here, we have Trident, and I called it Trident because the two towers look like tridents. The main inspiration for this build is Wicked Twister at Cedar Point with the two spikes. Got some barrels. There's not really a theme for this ride. It's just like a style. Great view of the Scream and Swing behind those trees. Really close to the pathway. Up there's another seating area. Gets you a good view of the boat and the impulse coaster, which comes overhead now. Great view of it. Obviously, we got the fencing to add some realism to it. It just protects anybody from going into that danger zone. Then we got the grapes down here, just added some shade. And then we get a great view of the boat and also Frostbite in the background going around its layout, and also the river that's going to run throughout the park. More grapes over here, and then another view of the river and also the coaster right before you get on it. And we have our station here. As you can see the Trident at the top. There's one on the other side as well. And we are going to take a ride on it. I will leave you with a POV. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was a short one. It's only half of the area. I'm not sure when I'm going to get the next one out because I'm pretty busy for the next month. But expect some Cedar Point content coming up soon because that's the next park I'll be going to. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more coaster content. Subscribe if you love this series. I will be continuing it. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.